because I knew that I had a target on my back. And I was like, as a businessman, I'm going to be able to supersede this whole thing,
Can you please name some of the well-known artists that had shows in your CREWEST Gallery?
Yeah, I mean, we had Diamond Seek from Germany, first time in America showing at our gallery. We had a New York show with T-Kid, Cope 2, and Cess. We had, artists like Crayola, Retina, Saber, I mentioned Hex and Slick and Near. I mean, anybody who was anybody in LA showed there at least once, I gave artists from other countries and other parts of our U.S. like East Coast and Chicago writers. We had Texas graffiti shows with Sloke, and we had CBS Crew had a show at our space. So it was all about like, I'm a graffiti writer, but I'm also a fan, and it was about like I have the opportunity to bring in some dope writers and dope artists and give them some space, let them do what they do. And so for 10 years we did that, We started in Alhambra, but then within a few years we outgrew it. We moved to downtown LA, and that's where we had our big run. We had a beautiful 3,000 square foot gallery, and that transformed the whole downtown LA art walk and everything too,
As time goes on, we hear that the CREWEST store is closing its doors. What leads to that decision?
So after doing it for 10 years, and in 2012, like I was burnt out. I was like, I can't do this no more. The reason being is, the gallery business is a tough business. It's like, it's hard to make money. It's hard to stay afloat. We'd have a sellout show one month, and then we wouldn't sell anything the next month. That happens in galleries, Even though it would be written up in the LA Times and there'd be great articles about it, people wouldn't buy it or whatever, The recession happened in 2009, which killed a lot of stuff. So it was just a number of things, but the main thing was I was running between my gallery, my home, and my studio, and I was never at one place like for more than a few hours. I was just always on the run, and it just got hectic and tiring, and I was just like, man, I need a break from this. So I just decided to close the gallery, and December 2012 we closed the gallery. A lot of people called me, they were upset and like, wow, don't close it, what are we gonna do, blah, blah. I said, I don't know what you're gonna do, but I'm gonna go close the gallery and open up my own studio, and that's what I did, and I never looked back,
Also, in the early to middle 2000s, there was a citywide ban on murals, and you helped organize artists to overturn this ban. Can you please talk about that?
Yeah, from 2002 until 2012 also, there was a ban on murals in the city of LA caused by the advertising companies. So because advertising companies, if you remember, used to put big ass, billboards and stuff on the buildings or whatever, but they would get taxed by the city. But then they started hand painting those murals or ads on the walls. We've seen all those hand painted, ads. That way they wouldn't get taxed. They started calling them murals or mural ads. Well, the city said, no, you guys can't do that. And the advertising companies ended up suing the city and winning, because they said, if you are infringing on our First Amendment rights to do these mural ads, you're also, you have to also tell these other people who are doing murals that they can't do that either. So the city banned everything. They banned all kinds of murals, any kind of mural. So yeah, at the time, from that time, we were doing murals and they get buffed. My whole contract with Coca-Cola, it ended because of that. One of my last murals got buffed out, and the city told Coca-Cola, you can't do this in the city no more. So we lost a lot of walls. We lost a lot of beautiful walls and murals over that decade. But then finally, I got together with a bunch of people from the city, other gallery owners, artists, activists, and we created basically a mural permit process that went through, I think in 2013 it went through. And so now there's a process that exists. And I was just one part of that. I didn't lead it. I was definitely on the board helping to run it because I had the gallery and I had all these graffiti writers and all these artists that I worked with. But there was a lot of us, working on that. And, that led to the whole renaissance of the downtown LA, mural movement of 2014 and on, you know what I'm saying?